Hey guys, TheWarlemming here. I'd intended to do a Let's Play of Terraria, but I kind of got addicted to this game temporarily. And by temporarily I mean continuing still. I blame my friend Mini Mascal slash Harmless Tank for that. He's the guy who showed me the game in the first place, and then I just sort of started playing it. So as you can see, I've kind of done a lot since then. I'm wearing a fancy pants suit of Hellstone armor. I've got my own personal sky fortress now. This tunnel I'm building down into the abyss. I believe a meteor just landed recently. So this is my original, this is the town over here. This is where I originally started off. And the new one I'm building just now. So, got all the NPCs here. The actual spawn point for this world is back over here somewhere. It's a shame they fixed the bug with the sand, where every time you hit a block, it would generate sand blocks for every single one that fell, but it would still keep them all as they reconnected on the ground, so you could generate like extra blocks per thing. So a stack of 40 became like 250 quickly. So yeah, that's the original spawn point back there. I never actually finished building that tower because I kind of got distracted. As you notice, I'm kind of running kind of fast because I got me a pair of Hermes boots. Also have rocket boots. Rocket boots have got to be one of the greatest things in this game. If Minecraft had rocket boots, I would be happy. I mean, sure, you'd probably expect some sort of fuel source with them. Like in this case, we got mana. Now, fortunately, the suit of armor I'm wearing actually generates mana. So this is my tunnel. This tunnel I use to collect everything from, you know, way down. This is my temporary mushroom farm. Well, it's not even my temporary, it's like my main mushroom farm. Now, just travel all the way to the bottom. Show you as far as I've gotten. Oops. It's actually a really deep tunnel, because this is actually a large world. So, you know, it's a good, I think it's like 2,000 blocks to the bottom, something like that. That didn't stop me. Ran into a mushroom set here, which is why I built my upper farm after getting this. I will say this about Terraria. My biggest problem with it is it's so much more fun playing this multiplayer, and I'm actually on my own multiplayer server right now, but no one's been online night reasons. But, you know, this game should be played multiplayer. Back in my actual, you know, sky base thing, I'm trying to build a stockpile of just random things. It's more of a horde. So I'm just collecting pretty much everything in the entire game right now. Like, I'm trying to have a suit of every armor, every weapon, and I'm just making a nice little, you know... Well, what else am I meant to do with this? Other than build and build. Almost at the bottom. The lava line is here, so... The water that's here, actually, I flooded this, so I could get me some obsidian. Back in the days where I used to be like, hey look, it's iron, sweet. And now it's just sort of like, well, if it's not, you know, hellstone or whatever, it's probably not any good to me. Technically that's not true at the moment, since I'm actually after all the armor sets, so I'm still collecting every ore again. But yeah. And hell's just down here. The underworld, I believe they've called it. Here we are. Straight away, fire him. For those who haven't been down here before, and this is probably, you know, huge spoilers, which, you know, I'm sorry about, but I didn't know what to record, so I figured just roll with it. When you're mining hellstone, what you should try to do is this. Ooh, hello. You want to basically have only fire and spawn for a start. And what you want to do is basically place yourself so that you can mine and block all the shots at once. Come on, gotta kill this guy. Bone serpents are probably the hardest enemy in the entire game that isn't a boss. Gotcha. And so what you do is this. So you can use your pickaxe as a shield while you mine. You should still bring a large amount of health items with you when you go down here. Now, I don't actually need the hellstone right now, because I've actually got quite a bit at the moment. So I'm actually going to go back to the surface. The best way to do that is to simply, you know, exit your game and come back in. For those who don't realise, because it's putting you back into spawn point. And yeah, so this is my stockpile. Just making all the armor sets. Then over here is more of the actual bars themselves. And my weapon chest. Star Fury. Star Fury's gotta be one of my favourite weapons in the game. It's not even practical. It's just awesome. I think I'll take this with me. Blue Moon. One of the better flails in this game. I've actually got... I haven't gotten the best flail yet. You know what, I'm probably going to show one of the bosses off. But I'll need to grab some stuff from here. Here we are. So, first thing first, I'm going to fight a Eater of Worlds. This is probably my favorite boss for actually farming up resources, because for a start, losing doesn't reset the boss, it doesn't bugger off, so you can keep fighting it. And eventually when you do, you know, inevitably kill it, you end up with a very large amount of ore. This area used to be all corruption, but I got kind of overkill with the purification powder, and, you know, removed all the corruption in this area. The sky still changes a bit because it's still kind of corrupted, but it's not enough to make it officially a corruption zone. I might actually have to go into one of these to summon it. Here we go. Oopsies, ran out of fuel. Oh crap. With the armor I've got, I only can really take damage if I get hit directly in the face by one, like by this thing. So as long as I avoid getting hit by anything but the face, it really doesn't hurt. Like, it's 1 damage. Now, if you're not wearing armor as good as I've got, then, you know, you just won't going to get hit at all. Ow. Come on. Where'd he go? Alright. The problem with this boss is if you do not break each part, like, if you break it in half anywhere, then it actually separates into 2 separate Eaters of Worlds. Like that. Now, unfortunately, it's only a very small version. But, you know, it can be really bad for you if you mess that up. You can end up versing like 5 at a time if you do it wrong. Come on. Yeah, that one's actually a lot larger. Yeah, with flare weapons, you can actually make them really fast if you hit really close to yourself. So you can actually kill enemies really quickly if you do that. Whoa, where did you come from? I think he's almost dead. They take an awful long time coming back up here. What the hell was that? There's a few bugs in this game I've noticed. Like at one point there was actually an enemy, a slime, except it had the tail of a worm on it, and so the tail would follow it out wherever it hopped. In another case there was a goblin that was walking like almost upside down. I think I saw the video. That's really weird. Why do they keep doing that? Okay, apparently there's just some sort of lag going on with the multiplayer. Come back here. I think flails are the best way to kill the Eater of Worlds, because they pass through the entire body of it really, like, and do massive damage on the way. This is the second best flail. But to get the final one, you actually have to go to hell and get kind of lucky, grabbing one off one of those giant skeleton worms. I guess it's taking too long. There. The other boss, the Eye of Cthulhu, is a lot easier, but if you mess it up, you're back. You gotta do it again. If you do it right, you can actually fight two of these at once. Unlike other bosses, this one actually has two different forms. The first one, it just shoots out a bunch of these little eyes, and eventually it will stop and you know, chase you like that. 3 dies, I believe it is, 3 or 4. Once you reach half health, it goes to its second form, which we'll get to see in a sec. There we go, second form. Where it changes into a mouth rather than an eye. And starts doing a lot more damage. So it's gone from hitting me for 2 damage each time it passes through to 14. It also takes a little bit more damage in this form. I'm out of ammo. I gotta make more. There you go. And that's the 2 respawnable bosses. The other boss in this game is actually considerably harder. I've only done it with 2 people. Like, it took me and a friend to kill the first time. And that was with 2 of these mini sharks. And a whole lot of ammo. So, yeah, it's actually quite difficult. Hey, I still got ammo. Don't know why I stopped shooting. Yeah. So that's probably everything I can really demonstrate in this world. Like, other than the dungeon, but that's a long way away. whenever you kill a boss, you end up with a large number of shadow scales and demonite ore. Both of these are really good. If you want to make the, it's not the second best, it's just one of the best armors in the game, the shadow scale armor, then that's how you do it. I never did find that meteor. Hey, I guess that's everything I can demonstrate for now. I'll actually add the video of the messed up goblin to the end of this, so I can show you what I was talking about. Okay. Well, see you next time. Yeah, it looks like one of the goblins has spawned sideways and is now walking in a really weird way. Yeah. And go.